Hello and welcome to Inside Norway, the channel that brings you the real stories behind our country's biggest names. Tonight, we're kicking off a brand new series on Norway's hidden billionaires, and we're starting with a man whose life reads like a sea salt novel, Kjell Inge Røkke. He's a fisherman's son who became one of Norway's most powerful industrialists, and the face of modern Norwegian industry. Born into modest means, Røkke began his working life at sea. From those humble beginnings, he built a colossal fortune by investing boldly in shipping and offshore oil services. This journey led him to become the main force behind Aker ASA, a massive industrial group spanning offshore, energy, and maritime engineering. Aker is a company that turned Røkke into a household name in Norwegian business circles. But his rise wasn't an overnight success. It was forged through calculated risks, relentless deal-making, and a huge appetite for scale. He went from owning a single fishing trawler to controlling significant stakes in the very companies that power Norway's oil and ocean economy. It's no surprise that Forbes and other major business lists rank him among Norway's wealthiest billionaire whose every move is tracked by markets and policymakers alike. However, Røkke's story isn't just about balance sheets and big numbers. It's about his public posture and the controversies that follow him. He's a public figure who mixes fierce philanthropy with hard-nosed business tactics. On one hand, he's pledged enormous sums to scientific research and ocean conservation, committing parts of his fortune to long-term environmental projects that tie back to Norway's maritime identity. This has earned him respect in some quarters and a healthy dose of suspicion in others. At the same time, transactions surrounding Aker and its related companies have often triggered shareholder pushback and intense public scrutiny. Critics have questioned the process and fairness of certain deals and sales, reminding us that concentrated power rarely comes without conflict. What makes Røkke so essential to understand is this very tension. He embodies both the classic rags to riches national dream and the thorny, modern reality of immense influence. He's a man who can fund major research institutes one year and find himself at the center of courtrooms or investor battles the next. When you dig deeper, you find a complex personality, part philanthropist, part corporate titan, and entirely Norwegian in how he shapes the industries tied to the sea and energy. These are the sectors that define Norway's economy and its future. His personal choices where he lives, how he invests, and how he projects his power also touch upon broader questions facing Norway today. Tax policy, the role of billionaires in civic life, and how our national identity adapts when private fortunes begin to influence public priorities. For all of us, Røkke's life offers several gripping lessons. It's a story of how opportunity and timing meet courage and, some might say, ruthlessness. It shows how wealth can be a powerful lever for science and climate action, while also being a magnet for legal and moral debate. And it demonstrates how a single individual can fundamentally alter the strategic direction of entire industries. As we begin this series, you can expect a careful look at his early life at sea, the pivotal deals that built the Aker empire, the philanthropic pledges that have reshaped research funding, and the controversies that have tested Norwegian governance. All of it will be told with the facts, context, and heart we bring to every Inside Norway story. So, what do you want to deep dive on next? Let us know in the comments if you'd like us to unpack Røkke's key deals, his ocean philanthropy, or the shareholder battles that shook Oslo. And if this kind of investigative business portrait is what you want to see more of, please hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you won't miss part 2, where we'll map the numbers, the companies, and the exact moments that made him who he is today. Thanks for watching.